cielo y tierra y no te encontré. Y llegas hoy tan de repente y das sentido toda mi vida con tu querer.
Una vez una bechana, yo que tu nombre se caja es señorita. Manga baby, una chane quiero, muchísimo quiero chala caja es señorita.
No desvíes la mirada, quédate cerca de mí.
Busco bajo de tu pelo, Santina, señorita. Yo que no olvide el mal, tú dígame de cuando ella lo mando por amor casar. No me voy a botar por ella, señorita, señorita.
हमरी बॉडी से प्राण रे, हमरी बॉडी से प्राण रे, चलाओ ना नैनों से बाण रे, चलाओ ना नैनों से बाण रे, जान ले लो ना जान रे, जान ले लो ना जान रे, जान ले लो ना जान रे, शामिल ना हो, शामिल ना हो, शामिल ना हो, शामिल ना हो, हमरा भूतों में, हमरा भूतों में, हमरा भूतों में नाम रे, हमरा भूतों में नाम रे, चलाओ ना नैनों से बाण रे, जान ले लो ना जान रे।
Thank you for showing up here tonight. I must say, despite the cold weather, you guys have made a really big effort. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming here. We would like to thank Nbays IT Solution for organizing the event. They're also the affiliate partner for Jim Straightener. We'll talk about Jim Straightener a bit more in detail during the event. Nbays IT Solutions provide website development and management and software solutions. They are also the organizers here. We have Shubham and Swami as the organizers. Before we start the event, we have a sizzling number, a Bollywood dance performance by the Just Naach group. So have your eyes on the stage here, a bit of stage here. If you want to enjoy the performance, I'm really sorry about the people sitting over there. If you want to say you can come a bit closer, you might want to say this. Don't miss it. Let's give it another round of applause. Now, getting into the details of why we are here tonight, our event, Creating Connections. It's all about networking. Now, Jim's TradeNet is one such initiative. It's a trade exchange system that allows businesses in the network to trade products and services amongst each other without using cash. So basically it reminds me of like the old barter system, isn't it? Oh my god, you stole that idea. So I would like to invite here Dave so that Dave can give more information on this topic without me getting into any details because obviously he's the expert. Can we have Dave here, please?
Well, I gotta say, that was a great way to start the evening, don't you think? Okay. Now we all live? Come on. Thank you, thank you. I require people to talk back to me when I'm speaking, so. Now, how many of you here actually know what a trade exchange is? I do. Thanks, Scott, I know you do. So there's a few, that's good, good. For the rest of you folks, a trade exchange is all about exchanging your goods and services for goods and services you need. Just like you said a little bit a while ago, it is a barter system for companies. We help you do that. We've created an all-online system that help you create and barter and exchange your services with other companies. So as Jim came up with this vision, Jim's going to talk a little bit later on. Everybody know Jim Penman? Everybody knows Jim Penman, right? Yeah, very good. Jim came up with this vision a little while ago. Please don't do that to me, Jesus. His vision was to see more businesses interact and help each other grow. Part of TradeNet's thing is to help your business grow and actually create a better cash flow for your business through trade. Now our online system helps you do that. We have a full-on directory, and a couple really good features that we have is a directory that you can find the services that you need and that you can use on a daily basis. We also have a really interesting thing that no other company has actually had in a while, for a good long time. We have a system where you can actually find your customers. Wouldn't that be nice? A place where you could just go and find every customer you need for a business. Again, this is where you guys talk back to me. Yes. Thank you very much. Oh, that's a tough crowd tonight. Jeez. Anyway. So yeah, if you can go on and find your own customers, it brings in new business for you, and then you use those dollars to find and go out and get the things you need to build your business. Oh, I can't read my writing, so we're not in really good shape there. Another aspect of our system is actually set up a ceiling where you don't take in too much business. Wouldn't that be nice? So if anybody's been in any kind of a trade exchange before, you know you have that possibility to take in too much business and you can't spend that money. Well, that's not a good thing. How many people actually like to spend money? Nobody likes to spend any money. Alright, well, I'm just going to get off the stage now. So, guys, are we all okay? Are we having a good time so far tonight? The food's all good? Alright, well, now I got something out of it. That's good. I'm happy to sell that. But what we do is actually help you spend your money to grow your business. Our focus is on you spending. How many people, now, I'll ask it again. How many people like spending money? Oh, there we go. So, if you had a system where you could spend the money to help you grow your business, would you do that? Alright, so you need to talk to anybody who brought you here tonight and have them learn a little bit more about TradeNet. Yeah, I didn't set a timer for myself, so you can tell me how long I have. Yeah, I think I just wanted to cover some of the basics of what TradeNet does and how we work with people. We're about interacting with businesses. We want these businesses to communicate with each other. We want them to talk to each other. And as long as everybody's communicating and helping everybody grow, we're going to create a better system for everyone along the lines. Does that all make sense to you guys? Fantastic. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. Now, I am Dave Dixon. I am a training manager for TradeNet. So my job is to help you find the businesses and the services and stuff that you need. So if you have any questions, you can come ask me, and you have a couple more people coming up here tonight and talk to them. So I'm going to pass it back to you for that. Thank you very much. I just told that Paul is actually speaking next, so I want to introduce Paul. Paul is actually the director of TradeNet. Now this man, if anybody knows about trading, so I've learned a lot from him since I've started with the company, but he's a fantastic man to tell you that all the operations and how trade can actually help your business grow. So ladies and gentlemen, Paul Godwin.
Good evening all. First of all, I'd like to extend my gratitude and thanks for making the effort to attend tonight. I know the weather out there is pretty chilly and let's be honest, the traffic's never great in this area. Thank you for the kind introduction, Dave, and you've now put me on a pedestal where I'm meant to be the expert of trade. There is no expert in anything, however, I've got a lot of experience when it comes to trade. And the one thing about Jim's TradeNet, like anything that you purchase, it's all very well to have a bright, shiny object, but you do have to put a strategy or at least a plan in place to be able to get the benefit or the best out of that particular bright, shiny object. With Jim's TradeNet, we have created a very much customised features and benefits suite, which is purely designed so you can implement an effective and very cost-effective strategy when it comes to trading. A lot of our competitors out there have actually embraced trade, however they've not absolutely instigated the value of a trade strategy. I'll put it to you this way. Tonight you are all enjoying the benefits of trade. The venue, the food, every single one of these pull-up displays, all the printing, the sound, everything has been done and purchased through the use of trade. So imagine this, if you want to launch your product, if you want to launch your particular new business, what better would it be for us to be able to finance or help you finance that by introducing new customers, on the same token pay for all those expenses. That is something that is very unique in the world. It's contrary to normal business, however it's a very effective strategy. So when you actually implement a trade strategy, it is very important that you are aware of what you need from the exchange. One thing that is a benefit of Jim's TradeNet is that we, as Dave mentioned earlier, we implement the upper ceiling. This is a particular tool that we've implemented so that you do not attract more trade dollars than you could possibly use nor spend. So rather than just accumulating a whole lot of extra business of which you have no use for those proceeds, I'd much rather you restrict that and get the benefit out of that strategy. For argument's sake as well, let's assume for a moment, does anybody here drive a vehicle? Who drives a car? Funny about that, because I didn't see many people walking down the road. Now, each year I'm sure most of you will be getting your car serviced at least once a year. And I would estimate that's going to be between $500 and $600, $800 to do so. I would rather you keep the cash in your business and actually use TradeNet to pay for that reservicing of your car. All the tyres, all the actual wrapping that some organisations do, and allow us to bring the business to you when you're ready for it. When you've got some idle capacity, when you've got the ability to take on the business that we have. Now we've been in existence a total of 9 months actively, and in that time we've attracted nearly 600 members to join TradeNet, and we are growing dramatically as a consequence. So what you see today is just the nucleus of what's ahead. And I know that the vision of Jim, and I've been directed by Jim to ensure that vision is actually implemented in a cost-effective, with high standards, equal, if not exceeding, the calibre of Jim's group, which is the most famous in Australia franchise group known. So I thank you for your patience with me. I would like to very much speak with every one of you, and I'll get my very chance to do so. If you have any questions in regards to your business specifically, we've got a number of TradeNet members in the team. Scott Amberley, his hand up there, Dave Dixon, Hannah Nicholson, Jim Penman, of course, myself, we have Gina Collins, we have Jerry Penny, we have Chris Rizzo, wherever Chris has gone to, there he is. As you can see, there's quite a number of us, and we all live and breathe trade. So please, enjoy your evening. Thank you again for coming, and I look forward to talking to you all individually. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you, Dave. Dave is the Trading and Development Manager for Jim's TradeNet, and Paul is the Divisional Manager for Jim's TradeNet. And as Paul said, there is at least one TradeNet member out here, I think on one table, I think that's what I noticed. So you basically can get all the information you want, and you obviously have Jim Penman here. Now I would like to invite Chinmay Ananda on stage here. Chinmay is a financial coach and an educator working with various different business owners, non-financial managers in corporate, government and family businesses. So they're empowered to make profitable choices in their business, increasing financial literacy. He's also, long book name, he's also an author. He's the author of Fundamentals of Financial Statements, which can be found on Amazon and Kindle. And without further ado, I'd like Chinmay to say a few words.
Thank you. Just to make it clear, it will be more than few words. One of my recent clients, Stanley, who is director of Taco Bell chain of restaurants, said, Chinmay, I sell Mexican food. Even in my wildest of the wildest dream, I never thought a guy like me selling Mexican food has to be better than dog and cat videos on Facebook. Similarly today, I never expected that I have to be better than the red wines and the food that has been served. So I've got some challenge in front of me. Are you taking a video or a... Kulbir, I really love you because you're a photographer. I'll come and I will grab all the snaps because I need to promote myself on Facebook and LinkedIn. If you don't mind, would you be able to take a photo from the back? Thank you. I'm a member of Professional Speakers Association and I have been trained to project myself as a professional speaker. I started my first business back in 2008 and I failed. Well, I didn't fail, my first business failed. And what do you do when your first business fails? You pick yourself up and you start another business. That is exactly what I did. I started my second business. And my second business also failed. Now, what do you do when first two of your businesses has failed? You again get back up, you start one more. That is exactly what I did. I started my third business. And I also failed, or my third business also failed. Then I was becoming desperate. I was becoming frustrated. Not only to succeed, but also to make money and also make up for the losses that I had incurred. I was working my back off feverishly to succeed and make money in business. After 6 failed businesses, when I lost all my savings, when I was in debt and had borrowed to the hill from all my friends, I had only one option: to go to my old man, the father, who is the ATM of the family. I approached my father with another business idea, and having done masters in business, I had a business plan in front of me. Colorful graphs, all the projections, red line, yellow line, green line, underline, everything was done. And I pitched my business idea to my father and I said, Dad, write me a check for $20,000. Within 3 months I will return. My dad is a very wise man, which I realized only a few years back. What? Men are boys who have just grown up. Who in their 20s would go and ask advice from their father? So, my father knew I wouldn't listen to him. He said, Chinmay, do me a favor. I said, what? Go and talk to my friend who runs a business and he's also a business mentor. I said, okay, fair enough. So I thought that was my way of somehow convincing my father to get $20,000. I met my father's friend, again, with the business plan in front of me. I pitched my idea and I said, sir, what do you think? When will you pick up the phone and tell my dad to write a check for $20,000? He said, let me think. We were sitting across the table. He pulled a notepad, a fresh page, took a pen from the cup holder, and he said, Chinmay, how much is 1 plus 1. And I was laughing and he was serious. I pulled the notepad towards me, took another pen from the cup holder and I said, sir, 1 plus 1 equals 2. He said, he pulled the notepad towards him, crossed it. Chinmay, let me ask you one more time. As a business owner, how much is 1 plus 1? I pulled the notepad towards me and I said, for any business owner, New York, New Jersey, New Zealand, New Delhi, doesn't matter, 1 plus 1 equals 2. He pulled the notepad towards him and said, Chinmay, as a businessman, how much is 1 plus 1? And I said, sir, 1 plus 1 equals 2. He said, Chinmay, as a business owner, I said, sir, first thing, I already consider myself as a business owner. In fact, I consider myself as a serial entrepreneur. I have started 6 businesses. Well, it has failed, but still, I have read books. I have read books by Bill Gates. I've read books about rags to riches stories. Recently, I read the book by Richard Branson. Screw it, let us do it. I'm excited. I will never give up. I want to succeed. I want to make all the money. I want to make up for all the money, and I'm going to make sure all the 6 businesses will be $1 million business one day. So tell me, how are you going to help me? He said, Chinmay, take a deep breath, slowly breathe out, have your head on your shoulders, feet on the ground. The day you realize, for a businessman, 1 plus 1 is never equal to 2, you can consider yourself to be slightly matured as a businessman. Are you expecting me to say something? He said, Chinmay, you do not understand the language of business, that is numbers. Finance is the root of how business makes money. I said, finance? That is something my bookkeeper, my accountant should be bothered, right? He said, Chinmay, do yourself a favor, educate yourself about finance. My ego was telling me, Chinmay, get out of this room, you're wasting your time. I looked up and said, God, if at all you're up there, help me get me out of this room. And guess what God answered? He called, well, I don't think it was God, but someone called, and the man said, Chinmay, I have to leave, and he left. But this thing was always running behind me. What is that message that he was trying to convey? Of course, once I started educating myself on finance, I can safely say, to an extent, I have matured as a businessman. Let me give you a case study. I'm a consultant for RMIT business plan competition. In fact, I was, because now they have got rid of business plan competition at RMIT. They are now promoting accelerator and incubator, that is what they call it. From $100,000 it is $25,000. I see a lot of competitors, hundreds of applications every 6 months. And I had this particular competitor who came and said, I have an idea. People now and then, they are excited and they come up with ideas. And they think if they can convert that idea into a business, 6 months down the line or maximum 12 months down the line, they are going to be millionaires. The dream. So this guy said, I have an idea, and the idea is to have a mobile cafe on cycle, eco-friendly, go around the Melbourne CBD and sell cup of coffee, hire part-timers. And he was excited and he said, I want to have franchise all over Melbourne and slowly expand all over Australia. And this time it was my turn. I told him, take a deep breath, slowly breathe out, relax. To start a business, we need 2 kinds of capital. Intellectual capital, all the know-how, how to make coffee, the marketing, selling, everything. Intellectual capital. Next is financial capital. How a business raises funds and how it manages it. I make it very clear to my clients, even to the competitors, you are not your business. I repeat, this is one of the biggest mistakes most people do in business. They think, I am my business. I say, no. This is me, this is my business. Make that distinction very clear. People go, no. I have got my ABN. The company is registered on my name. It's my business. I said, no, make that distinction, because finance and financial reports and accounting is always prepared and look from a business perspective, not from a business owner's perspective. Now, looking from the business perspective, when business needs money, it borrows. First, it borrows from insiders. People go, oh, Chima, I don't get it. What do you mean my business is borrowing from me? Yes, that is why you have to make this distinction. Your business is borrowing from you. First, business borrows from insiders, owners, investors, and the three famous F: family, friends, and fools. Then you have outsiders, predominantly from financial institution like a bank. Now let us see how this appears on a balance sheet. Balance sheet, you have, what are the two headings on the balance sheet? I knew I had to compete with red wines, so I've got something for you. The deal is simple. I ask you a question, you answer me, you get a chocolate. Are you ready? Yes. Sorry, Cadbury's red wine wins. What are the two headings under assets and liabilities? There you go. One for you, Gina, one for you, Adam. Assets and liabilities. I am not a huge fan of using jargon and terminology. I believe in the philosophy of yes. Keep information simple and specific. Liabilities, I consider them as sources of funds. Again, look from a business perspective. Looking from a business perspective, where has the business sourced its money? Yeah, right. Business has sourced money from insiders and outsiders. Insiders' money is called as capital. If there is more than one, they are sharing the capital, share capital. Outsiders' money are called as loans. When the money business has borrowed, when it uses to acquire something, it becomes assets. Assets are nothing but uses of funds. And then you have current liabilities, money that is supposed to go out of the business within one financial year. Currently, business is liable to pay someone. Current assets, pretty much made of three things: debtors, inventory, and cash. Anyway, that is not the point that I want to make. I'm just preparing this. Now, profit and loss statement. What are the two headings under profit and loss statement? Look at all the bookkeepers and the accountants in the room going. There you go, accountant and the bookkeeper. Oops, sorry. Expenses and incomes. Expenses are outflow of money. Incomes are inflow. In comes. Money comes in. Now, for this business, what do you think would be their major expenses? Interest, yes. Wages, you want one more? Lease, if at all, okay, I'll give you one more. Consumables. Sorry? Consumables. Consumables, yeah. What else? To run a mobile cafe, what would be their major expenses? Of course, to make coffee, you need coffee powder. What is like coffee? Are you expecting a chocolate for that? Pretty much whatever you said. The ingredients, salaries, selling expense. If they have taken loan from the bank, they'll be paying interest on that. Pretty much. Oops. Someone's. I hope it's not because of red wine. Anyway, sales, income is predominantly from sales. Simple definition of profit is income minus expense. If a business has got more income, more sales, and then less expense, then the business has made profit. If expense is more than incomes, then business has made a loss. No. Accountants are very optimistic people. They don't use the word loss, they call it negative profit. Loss. Now, I know all of you are having your drink and enjoying the food. I will give you a financial transaction that happens, the forecast that we did. Imagine this business. Imagine this business. In the first year of its operation has got this following transaction. Ask and you shall receive. They have purchased this equipment for $10,000. During the first year of operation, they have incurred expense by purchasing all the ingredients for $3,000, then paid salary for $2,000, and have sold cups of coffee year of operation. Now the question is, has this business made profit or loss? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, the odds are 50-50. Either they have made profit or either they have made loss. How many of you say loss? How many of you think the business has made profit? How many of you are not sure? It's good to know what you don't know. The three most dangerous words in English. I know that. Whenever I tell people this is what I do, they go, oh, Chima, I know how to read financial reports. I know how to read profit and loss. Everything is fine. I know. When they use those words, then I know that they will not be my clients. Because they have shut their learning. Now for people who said the business has made profit, how much profit do you think this business has made? 4,000? For people who said business has made $4,000, probably in your mind this is how you have calculated. The business has purchased the equipment for $10,000, which is an asset. Expenses, ingredients for $3,000. Salary is an expense $2,000. Sales is an income $9,000. 9,000 minus 5,000, 4,000 profit. Friends, if you are calculating or if this is how you're making the projections in your business, I'm afraid your business will get into financial issues very soon. Let me tell you why. Of course, there are many other elements to consider, but I'll tell you one key element. Business purchased this equipment for $10,000, $3,000 for all the ingredients, $2,000 salary, made an income of $9,000. Are you all with me? Clear so far? All good? Now I would like to introduce a term called depreciation. Depreciation is the consumed portion of the expenditure that appears as an expense. Please ignore the definition. Why? Because it is filled with jargon. Unfortunately, that is the definition you will see in all the accounting and financial textbooks. Let me explain in simple words. Was this asset purchased to be used once, or do you think they'll be using it more than once? Do you think they'll be using it just for 1 year or more than 1 year? In all likelihood, more than 1 year. The question is, how many times can it be used? It is pretty much me asking, suppose if you have bought a new car, how many times will you be using, or how long will you be using the new car? You will say, it depends. It depends who the manufacturer is, who drives it, how well it is maintained, how well it is serviced. The same thing is applicable to all the assets, all the equipments in your business. It depends. However, there has to be a benchmark. There has to be a benchmark, and that is where the ATO comes with a guesstimate and comes up with a depreciation value for every asset. For accountants in the room, Martin, you're alright. I know you're the naughty one there. Talking to Jimpen, no? what would be the depreciation value for this? Let's say 5 years. 20%? You write it off straight away. Again, different assets has got different depreciation value. You don't have to break your head. ATO comes up with the value every year, and accountants have to keep themselves updated, and that is why we pay them. IT equipments, they depreciate by 60%. Heavy equipments by 10%. This might be 20%. For this example, let us say 20%. Now, if this is worth $10,000 and it was purchased to be used for 5 years and it has already been used for 1, 2, 3, 4 first year, how many times can it be used? 4 more years, which means percentage wise 20% of this has been consumed. Are you with me? 20% of this asset has been consumed. That 20% is the depreciation value. Now that has to be, we have consumed 20%, that is $2,000. The value of the asset is no more $10,000, it is $8,000, and this depreciation value appears on the profit and loss statement as an expense. Initially, we thought this business made a profit of $4,000, but actually this business has made a profit of $2,000. Now, let us take a look at the bank balance. What is the bank balance of this business? Again, looking from business perspective, $9,000 money came in, $10,000 money went out, $3,000 money went out, $2,000 money went out. The bank balance is minus $6,000. But we made a profit of $2,000. Where is the money? Show me the money. Never confuse profit with money. Profit doesn't mean business has made money. It is certainly possible for a business to make profit and it may not have any cash in the bank. It is equally possible for a business to be flushed with funds, but it might be bleeding loss. So never confuse profit with money. I recently wrote a book, there it is, called Fundamentals of Financial Statements, because many people go, fun and finance, how can it be on the same sentence? Yes, it can be on the same sentence. As I told you, all my learning came from in a hard way, after picking the brains of the best CFOs and accountants. And everything that is in this book is my learning experience, something that I've tested on 600 businesses for the last 5 years. It is available on TradeNet, $30. I think I've also got a DVD for $50, both put together, $50. But I've got something cool to show you tonight. What do you think this is? What is inside the iPhone? Exactly. I don't know whether it's a coincidence or it happened by chance. My app went live yesterday. Thank you. Again, my app was supposed to go live a month back. In the month of March, I shortlisted the app developer. He said within 21 days the app will be ready, and I knew it would go live by May. But it went on and on and on. 1 + 1 is never equal to 2. Initially, he named it Finance Academy. I said, no, the name of my book is Fundamentals of Financial Statements. And he said, oh, Chima, we can't have more than 30 characters. Okay, so make it Fundamentals of Finance. Okay, it's done. Is it ready? No, it will take 24 hours by Android to approve and 48 hours by iStore to approve. So, okay? And then the testimonials, there was some typo on the testimonials. Hey, there's a typo on the testimonials. Oh, sorry, sir, we didn't see that, we'll fix it. Is it fixed? Yes, it is fixed. Why is that it's not updated? It will take 24 hours by Android for 2 and 48 hours by iStore. I said, okay. And then I look at it, hey, why on earth the testimonials? The name of the person is on the top and the testimonial at the bottom. Oh, Chima, you said you always want to be different, so we thought, we assumed, and did it. I said, no. Go back and do whatever it was before. Is it updated? Yes, it is updated. I can't say it. Chima, it takes 24 hours by Android and 48. 1 plus 1 is never equal to 2. The biggest challenge that I face working with startups is to bring down their assumption to reality without demotivating them. Ask all the successful businessmen and they will tell you a myth called overnight success. The statistic says it takes anywhere between 5 to 8 years to run a profitable $1 million business as net profit. Someone asked Elton John, Sir Elton John, how does it feel to be an overnight success? And Elton John said, it feels wonderful, but let me tell you something. It took me 20 years to be an overnight success. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me. Please enjoy your wine and your food. This is